I never blame other people for my mistakes. People do that all time, I know. I don't. I'm Rosina Swegel, 101 year old. I was born in Slovenia and then start school, Italian school. That was Italian government at that time. My father was on the railway station working in there. Imagine, he have 16 brothers and sisters in one family. You see, I think that picture was taken in Trieste. My dad, mom, my older brother, and older sister, and the little boy who was 4 when he died because the big brother played with the rocks with other friend. They throw one rock in his head, and he died when he was 4. Yeah. We have farm, we have, depends what year was good or bad. When was good year for farmers was terrific. But when was really bad, everything went bad. My sister didn't want to stay on the farm. She went to next to railway station hotel. She working there. And I went lot of time there. I was maybe 5 or 4. And she gave me nice cup of coffee or some chocolate or something. And I was so happy to go there. And they have one cow just for milk for the hotel on the other side of the road. And I went there. I look after that cow sometime. But I was so happy to go there because it was very nice to be there. Yeah. 1928, they put them lot in jail. No one liked it, and Mussolini was the boss, and everyone have to do what they wanted, not what you like. Was very bad. That's me, you see. Look, what I can tell you about. Oh, look, about 18, that will be 1940, yes. That was just when we started war already. It was war all time, everywhere. My brother, he was in Italian army. He come home because he have stomach sick. They let him go home for 3 months to operate better. After 3 months, he should go back to the army. But my sister she's going to a big city. She said, look, I be very late home. And that why I was myself in front of my house. And I could see 5 men come from the other cellar from neighbors. And my brother come and he have some backpack. Yeah. He put some clothes in it and he said to me, look, when my sister come home, tell her to go early in the morning to the police station and tell them that Partisani kidnapped me, but they didn't kidnap me. The other old man making to go. My brother, he wasn't political, but the other people making to do things like that. And that my sister come home, and next day she's gone to the police station, but you see, it was police station like here in blue uniform, but then was police station with brown uniform. German, Italian was political. And she went in there, and that she might went there 9 o'clock, about 10 o'clock come so many men those policemen with the Alsatian dog, and they said to us, look, you have to come with us, close your door and come. And we went up. It was quite 1 kilometer from our house to the police station. And my sister Milka, she knew sergeant of police friends. And he said, look, I might that I'm going with you to your house, that you take some clothes. And she packed 2 suitcases of clothes, and then come back to jail and was truck there waiting for us and took us to Trieste. The first stop was where was monks. They put my father down and gone. They took us further down in Trieste to where was nuns' convent. They put us down, and we've been there for sleeping in one bedroom. Was about 12 of us. The toilet was little bucket behind the door. That was still nuns have the place you can go to confession or things because Catholic. And he said, oh, no, we don't want, because if you went to confession, they now, if you said something that and we didn't go anyway. And then after 2 weeks, and they took us down to past Rome in Frosinone. Frosinone is more on Adriatic Sea. And then from Frosinone, there were big trucks, take us long way down, was big valley, but was lot of barracks, and they took us in there. And we've been in there in one cabin, about 15 women and girls, no men in there. Look, I never been political. I've been 9 months in concentration camp because of my brother. Stay in there, talk, the bad food was, and nothing. We didn't have any clothes. What we have, that was not, they didn't give us nothing. Just staying there, the food was I come home was very skinny and that. We've been there for 9 months till the English and American push people from Africa up to Italy. All the guards went home and off. No one was looking after anymore. And we said, oh, now we better go and try go home. And we walked long way to the railway station. I was lucky we get the train. And we had the train for Rome, to Rome. And in Rome again was for still bombardments. But it was still Italian and German soldier, no English. And then from Rome, we again different train, and we found train that they go to Venice. In Venice was the same thing. Nothing there scared we that they will pick us up again, but was lucky again we get a train for Trieste. But we went halfway, couldn't go further. Partisans threw their railway out. And that we walk about 40 kilometers to our home. And we come home, was nothing there, empty, everything. Was dreadful. When they took my father, they put different concentration camp near Genoa. They took them to Auschwitz in Poland. They hit them, they shoot them, they do everything. And that, imagine, they treat him like was every Jewish or other thing. And they've been there for 6 months. And then they thought, oh, those people, they are Italian, no Jewish, they shouldn't be here. And they let them go home. And my father come 6 months after when we come home. He was only skin and bone. Once a week come doctor to see him and do it, otherwise I look after my father. It was dreadful, I tell you, nothing good for nothing. When we come home, my sister Milka, she went in the bush like was my brother. She was very political to be against German and Italian. And you see, I was only myself, my mother and father. But the partisan come one night over and they attack and they kill some German. And we've been so scared. We all went to bush for 2 nights. We sleep in the bush, all down, no one in town. Then my mother and father said, we can't stay here, we have to go home. And we watched my mother and father and another 3 other people. The German took them, they put them all in line. And they was ready to shoot them. But with us up was men, really rich men, and he was German, but many years back. And he was so rich, he speaks 7 languages. Imagine, he went down to German soldier over, didn't care what happened to him. He said, look, when you come here, we have to do what you tell us. When partisans come, we have to do the same. And then he said, all right, he said, then you better go all home. In 2 hours, you have to go out, doesn't matter, take what you want, and you go. We didn't have cars or horses, was more like a bull and things like working, everything by hands. Imagine walking so long way where we have ripes and things like that. And that was dreadful, everything. And we've been there till end of the war. Come home with nothing. Dreadful, yeah. But, you know, you do the best you can, yeah. I was married when I was 21 or 22. Yeah, I can't remember really the day, it doesn't worry me. We meet about 17 years, when I was 17 years old. And we've been very good friends till he went to the army. In there, everyone have to go to army before when was 18 or something. We didn't have nothing contact with all war in Africa. But he come back that, and he come to my place. Slowly, we went to dance and things and that, and my mother and father was so against. They didn't like that I married a man. His father was a very big womanizer, and we knew, all the country knew there, and they thought the son would be the same. Was 100% worse. But you see, I was young and I didn't listen to people. Yeah. That was marriage after Finnish war, but was so bad. I can't remember myself what was for my wedding, because his parents didn't want me, that he marry me. I was 2 years in their place. My son was born in there, but was so bad that like I was some stranger in the house. Life was dreadful. That Carmen come after Second Finnish World War, because Italy wasn't the communism. My son was 2 years old when we come over the border. Yeah, walking up the mountains, we didn't have nothing, only bottle of milk for my little boy that he drank with it. Every so many 500 or 1 kilometer was the guards. The people didn't cross the borders. And when we went up the hill at night, cross the border, they shoot so many people, and we stayed there quiet. And after a while, we heard some walking like dry sticks in the bush and that. And he come, and my husband said, "Are you Pepe?" He said, "Yes." And we been so close to the guards on the border, they must be playing cards or something that they didn't hear. And we cross in time, and then we sit there far away out to have rest. We want to go to Canada, but Canada didn't take married people with children. Only without children, they need workers. That's why we didn't know even where Australia was. And we said we're going to Australia. Yeah. We've been in Italy for about 6 months waiting for near Naples. We land Anna Salen in Naples. The sea was so rough, I was putting blood out coughing. So many children with measles or something. In Anna Salen was so many people die, big one and lot of children dead. Before we come to Port Melbourne, my son was just 2 years old. He had the worst measles. They took him to Heidelberg Hospital without asking, you like it or not, and asked to Bonegilla camp. And he was in there, imagine 2-year-old boy, how it was for him. And he was there for a fortnight, then they brought him to Bonegilla to us. I was in Bonegilla till my husband, he found the place to stay. Was the place in Fitzroy, Victoria Parade, a little bedroom. In the backyard was the kitchen, no bigger than toilet. I couldn't put chair in it. And I cook. I work in Easter Hill Hotel. He found that room, he have already the woman that time. I didn't know that time. My husband speak English because he was with the English in Malta, but he never teach me anything. I was working in cleaning buildings and different things, and I tell you, I worked so hard. He was keeping all the money. The night before my daughter was born, imagine, I have to do what he tell all time. My husband want to go see in Collins Street the Follies was more like a woman not dressed properly or something. He want to do everything what he want, and was 5 o'clock in the morning, come home. I said, look, I feel very bad. And he took me to Women's Hospital for the baby. He took me there, he left me there, and I was there by myself. I didn't have no one. And then he come, was only 1 hour visit hour the time in hospital, and he come 5 minutes before closing time. No one knew that we got problem in the family. And then when I won divorce, when my children was married, I thought that's enough. He always said I'm stupid. I believe that other people would decide. No one knew anything because I always make everything right. I knew myself everything what was going, but to have really that I can show, I took detective, and in 2 days detective knew where he was going. He had fled there. I don't know if he was his flat or renting. And that Mike, that he said, look, we can still stay here together. I will give you so much a week. I said, look, I got enough. You go and finish. No one knew that was something wrong with two of us. Till then, I tell you after. And now everyone knows, but it's too late for me, doesn't help. People shouldn't do like I was doing, cover things. You don't get anything from covering. Just be honest and do the best you can for yourself. Not like I was doing covering or how happy I am. It wasn't good life, but was better. And that was because of my children. Even now, I'll do for children anything. Doesn't matter. Yeah. I just wish them that they got good life, better than I do. Otherwise, what? I haven't got no one else. I said to my son, when I gone, don't cry for me, be happy. Why they should cry for me? So many young people die and me so old here. Just the best thing is to go sleep and not wake up. Look.